Hey, with Coach John H. Lilly, Independence Patriots, and Coach State Champions. I know that doesn't get old, but you've been here. It's not August yet, but it is, and you've had your guys at camps. Now you've got a week to work. What's it been like so far?
Well, it's what we're as we got the same mission, just different group of kids, and the biggest thing for us is win the now. And that's been the message from the minute we started, win the now. It don't matter what you did last year. Nobody really cares at this point what you did last year. Nobody cares what you're going to do 3 months from now. All they care about right now is us getting better and putting a lot of new faces out there and continually work to make ourselves better.
And last year, it's gone now, but you mentioned earlier you thought maybe this group is more athletic than last year's group, but what are they lacking that you don't have because you did graduate all those seniors?
Well, I think if you put it on paper and you take test scores and speed scores and all that, we're probably more talented than what we were last year as far as that. But you don't win games on paper. So, the one thing we're missing is experience. So, and the only way we can get experience is, to get out there and do it, learn from our mistakes. We're hitting it pretty hard this week with practices. And then we're going to camp every day for 7 straight days somewhere, either camp or co-practice. And, we're co-practicing with schools that share the same philosophy that we do. We just want to drill. We want to get work, and get better. So hopefully that's going to reflect on the first game of the season. And that's where we're at right now. My mindset's only on getting ready for that first game.
Now, I read something you said that co-practice is something you've been doing for a long time, and or you have done in the past. I remember NFL teams doing that in training camp forever. Does it make a difference to get with somebody else?
I do. I think it does. We started years ago. I think we started in 2010, and we did co-practices with Morgantown. And the head coach up there and me, Bowers, we're really good friends, and we shared the same philosophy. All we wanted to do was try to make each other better. We didn't want a bunch of fighting, So I like the co-practices better, and because I think you get more done. You go to 7-on-7s, you're playing. You play a lot of teams that are going to play 7-on-7 offenses and stuff like that, and it's fun. There's nothing wrong with it. We do it, but the co-practices is you're playing your defense and you're running your offense, and you get more out of it.
I know that you've been high on Tyler Linkswiler for a long time. He's a guy who waited behind Atticus and Judah. He waited behind Judah. What are your expectations for him as he kind of assumes that feature back role for you guys this year?
Well, I mean, first of all, he's an OKG. I mean, he's our kind of guy. I mean, he eats that weight room, drinks, sleeps it. Yeah, you got to beat him to get him out of there. We lost him in June ball because he had to have his appendix taken out, but he's back and he's healthy and he's really fired up to go to these camps and try to get his name out there. He is a phenomenal talent. He really is. People are going to like watching him play on Friday night.
You foresee? You can't ever judge awards before the season's even started. But do you think he's a guy that's capable of getting back in that Kennedy picture the way Atticus Goodson did, the way Judah Price did?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody's ever won 3 in a row, so either him or Trey. But bottom line is, he's probably going to have to go about 8,000 yards, to beat somebody out from 3 from the same school. So, I don't know if that's his expectation. I think his expectation is playing on the next level, and I think he wants to prove that he can play on the next level. He's never mentioned he don't really care about all that other stuff. I think his goal is to play on the next level.
Well, his idea was never to leave here. I mean, that wasn't even the thought, even though he probably thought, and you probably would agree, at other schools he probably would have been a starter. But he said he never wanted to leave. He would have missed, he'd do that, and he would have missed last year. But it kind of indicated his goal is Wheeling Island again.
Well, we're not talking about it. We're talking about win the now, and he's a big piece of that win the now. He started for us last year. I mean, it's not like he wasn't playing. He started slot receiver for us. He played punts and kick returns. And
was he in the Judah role last year?
He was the Judah role.
Judah role when Judah was with Atticus?
Yeah, he was. That slot receiver, the way we use him is like a number 2 tailback, and we run a lot of jet motions and rocket motions with those guys. He's really talented. He's every bit as talented as Atticus and Judah. I mean, they are. He really is. You can ask them; they'll tell you.
Well, he's got 1,200 career yards about and 11 touchdowns. So
yeah, as a third-team guy, he's a great talent. But like I said, he's an OKG. I mean, he's competitive to a fault. I mean, like, if he doesn't get a lift, then he's got to be in there the next day. He's that kind of guy.
Oh, the appendicitis thing must have been terrible for him.
It was. It really hurt him because there were some camps we were going to go to with some teams that were looking at him, and we had to dial it back because we wanted him 100%. Going through.
A guy like that probably doesn't really know how to dial.
He don't. He was running track, and we were trying to work on speed with track, and he had to quit track because of the appendicitis. So, but he's a great player. He's a great kid too. I mean, he's competitive.
A guy, you've got your quarterback. We talked about you. I think you said this is the first time since you've been here, right? 7 years now. You got the same quarterback coming back.
Yep, it's the first time since I've been here we've had the quarterback back to back.
And he's not even really. When you look at the next level, he's probably and you look at the camps he's gone to and the combines he's gone to. He's usually measured with the wide receivers.
Oh yeah, my phone's ringing off the hook. I mean, they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with him. He's a phenomenal athlete. He went up WVU, timed out at 4.42. He was at last year. He was at Louisville, ran like 4.46. So, when you get 3 and 4 schools timing you in that area, you're pretty fast. But he's a guy that took us to the island last year. In the playoffs, he stepped up for us and came through.
I think he's an athlete, so that's how you do that. But still, if you think maybe one of the best receivers in the state is probably playing, and I think you'd put the guy from Princeton in there, the guy from Huntington in there, Dom in there. Those guys are great receivers, but I think you could probably put Bowers in there too. But he's playing quarterback.
Yeah, we're going to work on number 2 and 3 quarterback some in June. So we'll put him a wide receiver a little bit and let him have some fun. But yeah, he's our quarterback, and he allows us to do some things in the backfield with being an athlete back there that makes us better.
Well, he said that he's starting to really enjoy the quarterback position.
He does. I mean, Davidson is a team that's probably going to offer him. We'll know tomorrow. They
Friday. Want him at quarterback?
Yeah, they're a triple option team, so they want him quarterback. Navy's called. A lot of the triple option quarterback schools have called about him. I just don't know. I mean, most of the schools are talking to him on defense. He's the number 1 ranked corner in AA in West Virginia. So, defensive side of the ball. And I'll tell you another thing he's good at. We just didn't let him do it last year, but he did it his sophomore year and freshman year, punts and kicks, returns. So he's just a phenomenal athlete. He's one of the best in the state.
As far as, is he a guy that could be in the Kennedy conversation? He's probably going to be he's got a real opportunity to be a 1,000 guy.
Oh, yeah. He was almost 1,000 last year. We didn't run him early in the year.
He was 16-9. That's pretty good.
Yeah. But he almost had 1,000. But, this year, we'll probably use him more running the ball a little bit.
Your line, obviously, last year, and Fisher Williams alluded to this, your center, it was a once-in-a-lifetime type of line. How do you replace those guys? And if there's a hang-up being a Kennedy Award winner, it's the fact that Atticus and Judah were running behind a once-in-a-lifetime line, and 4 of those 5 are gone.
Yeah, but, we got, Shea started for us in the playoffs, at guard, so he played the whole, the whole playoffs at guard, yeah. Shea Powell. And he gives us a starter coming back and at least in that role. You got Fish coming back, and we got 2 or 3 guys that we got 1 or 2 guys that are dudes. I mean, they really are. Alex Blankenship's a dude. He's going to be good. And we got another kid that's another OKG is Jarius Workman. Jarius is about 6'2", 290. So we're pretty pleased there at that role.
Yeah, so you think you can replace it? Well, I don't want to say replace, but you can capably put guys in there that can get close to that same kind of, because I looked, and I'm sure you did, after the season, you look at it and you're like, wow, that was just sheer domination on the line of scrimmage both ways. I don't think Bauer got sacked last. I think Fisher said they let up 1 sack last year.
Yeah,
gave up one sack.
We only gave him 1 sack the year before too. You're not replacing those guys. We're going to be, let's be real. That's going to be a work in progress, but on the offensive line. But we got some guys, and I'm real confident. I mean, you got Coach Grog working the line. You got Coach Cook. Coach Cook was when he's the head coach, he was in the semifinals and
Hunt
Award winner. Started 3 years at WVU, so it ain't like we don't have some dudes down there working with them. So I would say, hopefully, The camps this year will be more for them, you know, because they're going to have to go one-on-one and get them up there and get them roughed up a little bit with some of the kids from Texas and Alabama and North Carolina, and let it get a little iron sharpens iron, you know,
Right.
and then hopefully we can get it. Like I said, there's going to be a work in progress.
Everybody strives to get to the state championship. You can't totally put it away. I mean, I know you want to. Last year was last year, and coaches kind of have to say that. But you had to, at least if you didn't do it yourself, let them bask in it a little while.
No, when we came, I sent out a text 11:59 on Sunday. Last year's over with, and I know everybody says you can't do it, but
On
I've
this
done
Sunday?
it. Yeah.
So they had the whole up until now.
Yeah, 11:59, it's over with, man. We ain't even talking about it. I told them, you know, they bought me a ring. I've never put it on because, you know, I don't want one. You know, we want more than one. And we started this program 6 years ago with the mission to be, you know, try our best to be as good as Fairmont and Bluefield. And for us to achieve that, we got to do it more than once. You know, we've been to back-to-back, but you know, we want to be consistent, and our program wants to be consistent. We're confident in our coaches, and we're confident in our kids, but it's going to be a work in progress.
John, I appreciate the time.
All right, thank you.